Hello everyone, Charles Watts here at the Emirates Stadium. Just look, before I even start talking, look at this. Just thousands and thousands of Arsenal fans all around me. Absolutely delighted. Look, listen. North London forever, ringing out here. It's finished Arsenal 1, Manchester City 0. Finally, after 15 games, the run has come to an end. Arsenal have beaten Manchester City. The 12-game losing streak in the Premier League has come to an end. And Arsenal have beaten Manchester City. What a massive, massive day this has been. Not the best of games, pretty scrappy, in fact, a lot of times. Not the highest of quality for a team, for a match between the teams who finished the top two and fought out the title challenge last season. But to be fair, I don't care. I don't care, and I don't think any single Arsenal fan who are making their way back down the steps today care at all. It was just about 3 points today, and they got it. And I think, I don't know, it's hard when you're at the game, when you're sitting watching as a fan, and not in the press box, which I normally am. It's hard to really tell for certain, but I thought we deserved it. I thought they just about shaved it. City didn't really do anything, to be fair. Haaland, no impact in the game. I thought Saliba, Gabriel marshalled him really, really well. There was very few chances for either team. And in the end, it deflected goal that won it for Arsenal right at the end. Gabriel Martinelli's shot, deflecting it. I think it was off Nathan Ake. I don't know if it's going to go down as an own goal or if it's going to go as Martinelli's goal. We'll have to wait and see on that. Like I said, I've literally just walked out of the ground, so I have no idea. But, you know, it doesn't matter, own goal, whatever goal, we just take this, Arsenal winning 1-0. And just in terms of what it means to the season, the statement it means, the fact they've got that psychological barrier, they've got over that psychological barrier of actually beating Manchester City. It means almost more than a result, I think, in terms of it's still really early in the season. You can't really read too much into this, you know, but I think the psychological factor of actually winning this game, getting over that and beating City, I think is going to mean so much to this Arsenal team. You can see the celebrations at the end. It meant an awful lot to them. It meant an awful lot to Mikel Arteta. The changes worked. He brought on Kai Havertz, brought on Martinelli at half-time, brought on Kai Havertz. Havertz set up the goal for Martinelli. He was good, sort of, the ball was held, you know, played deep to him. Havertz did really well, backed into his man, held it up, laid it off to Martinelli. The shot was deflected, but the subs worked. I thought Arteta reacted well to Guardiola, who made 3 subs halfway through the second half. He brought on Doku. Arteta countered that by bringing in Tomiyasu. And I thought Arsenal I thought it worked really, really well. And to be fair, I never felt under threat. I never felt like City were going to score. Obviously, you were nervous every time they had the ball because it's Manchester City. They can do anything at any moment in time. But I never felt like they were putting Arsenal under consistent pressure or anything like that. I thought they dealt with it really well. As I said, Saliba, Gabriel, excellent centre-back. Declan Rice, just exceptional again. I feel like I'm repeating myself every single time I record anything after a game. When I talk about Declan Rice, just the best player on the pitch every single game. It's absolutely exceptional today. Martin Odegaard played really well as well. Pressing levels, Martin Odegaard right till the end. You know, normally Odegaard comes off about 15 minutes to go. He stayed on for the full game today. Just did not stop working, non-stop, pressed, created that high line, just sort of set the tone for Arsenal. And those two I thought were the absolute standouds, as well as the 2 centre-backs. Like I said, Gabriel and Saliba played really, really well. The whole back line, Alexander Zinchenko and Ben White as well, playing really, really well. And just limiting, I haven't seen the stats yet, but I can't remember David Raya making a save. I mean, I can't remember Edison really making a save either, so it was just that type of game. It felt like something, you know, one half chance, one moment of quality, one mistake was going to be what decided the game, and it ended up being a deflected goal that decided it. And thankfully, it was in the direction of Arsenal, and what a win this is. What a win it is. Just feel it walking out of here. You know, the celebrations when the goal went in, walking out the stadium, what it meant to everyone, just actually beating Manchester City. It just means an awful lot, I think, and hopefully that sets the tone for the rest of the season. I'm struggling to talk here. My voice is absolutely gone, as you can probably hear from the celebrations after the game. But yeah, what a win this is. I can't wait. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to do a much more in-depth video discussing this game, looking at what Mikel Arteta had to say. I haven't seen what the managers had to say yet in the press conference, but I'll do a much more in-depth video, giving my thoughts on the game, reflecting to it, rather than this sort of on-the-whistle take. But I had to record something here and go through, and I'll go through my player ratings as well. Again, it's really hard when you're watching it in the stands as a fan. It's really hard to give sort of measured player ratings because you're watching it totally differently as if I was in the press box or watching it at home when you get a more analytical type view. But David Raya, player ratings wise, let's start with David Raya. as again with Raya, his distribution, which is his strong point. Sorry, the atmosphere's so good, everyone's so happy. It's like proper celebrating. David Roy, obviously, his distribution is a strong point. That's why he was brought here. Again, a few clearances went a little bit astray, but on the whole, I thought Raya played pretty well today. You know, did nothing wrong when it came to actually goalkeeping. A couple of clearances went astray, but other than that, I thought he moved the ball well. He was confident in possession most of the time. He didn't really have a save to make, but any crosses that came his way, he took them really, really well. So a solid performance from David Rice. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give all 4 of the back 4 an 8. I thought they just kept Manchester City so quiet the whole way through the game. Saliba and Gabriel are absolutely brilliant at centre-back. Just, you know, Erling Haaland did not got a sniff. I can't remember Haaland having a chance. In fact, he didn't have a chance. It was just, they both marshalled him. So every time the ball went direct to him, which City tried to do a fair amount today, yeah, Haaland either had Gabriel or Saliba right up behind him, stopping that play, and he did it so well. So both of those two get an 8. We give Zinchenko and White an 8 as well, because I thought, actually, I'm scrapping that, sorry. I'm going to give Saliba and Gabriel a 9. I'm going to give White and Zinchenko an 8. But I thought the way that they played against Haaland, they deserve 9 for those two. So they get a 9. The two fullbacks get an 8. I thought White was excellent. Zinchenko was really good as well. In the ball, I thought Zinchenko was great. There's a lot of spotlight on Zinchenko at the moment. A few people saying he's not playing that well. Maybe shouldn't be in the team. I thought he did really well today, and never looked troubled. He was good in possession, confident, and he got Arsenal moving when he could. So I'm going to give him an 8. Declan Rice, my man of the match, 9 out of 10. You know, it could have been Saliba, it could have been Gabriel, but Declan Rice, he was just so good. Again, I haven't seen it on TV. I haven't watched it from the press box. I haven't seen the stats. This is the first-hand sort of reporting of it, but just watching it from where I was, every time Declan Rice had a ball, he won everything. He stopped City in their tracks. He drove the ball forward. Just an absolute worldie of a player. £100 million bargain. Well, £105 million bargain, in fact. So Declan Rice gets my man of the match. He gets a 9. I thought Jorginho played well as well. There was a couple of times in the first half where he nearly got caught on the ball. Looked a little bit rusty, which is, you know, understandable given he's not played too many minutes, but on the whole I thought Jorginho played very well. I wasn't surprised that Mikel played him. Like I said in the video that I recorded this morning, if Partey wasn't deemed fit enough, I wasn't surprised that Jorginho played in that role to give Arsenal a little bit more control in midfield, and I thought he did well, so I give Jorginho a 7. Martin Odegaard, and give him an 8. I thought his pressing was off the charts, as I said earlier. Just did not stop. Set the tone. Really quality and tight possessions at time, and his pressing was just absolutely magnificent. So he gets a 8. Up front, Arsenal had Jesus playing on the right, which I thought might well happen. Trossard played on the left, and Eddie Nketiah played in the middle. Jesus played well. I thought at times, obviously playing out of position, not his best over there, but he did well. I could give him a 7. Eddie struggled a lot. He tried, he worked hard, but nothing really was happening for him. He didn't get a sniff from the defence. So Eddie, I'm going to give a 5. And Trossard, I'm going to give a 5. He went off at half-time, replaced by Gabriel Martinelli, who brilliantly, was great to see him fit and coming on, made an impact. Straight away within a couple of minutes, he'd had a shot, and that kind of, you know, it was just a bit of a warning, I think, to Manchester City that Martinelli was on and he was going to cause them a little bit of trouble with his pace. And he obviously scored the goal as well. Yes, it took a big deflection, but he was there to finish it off. So I'm going to give Martinelli a 7 for that, because he scored. I can't not. I don't care if he's gone down on his own goal. I give him a 7. Kai Havertz, I thought did well. He did well. He set up the goal, which was really good. Did exactly what Arteta would have asked from him. Arsenal went deep when he was on the pitch. They went long. Martinelli Havertz backed into his man. Did it well, set up the goal. Fair play to him. He also did really well down in the corner, holding on to possession in the final few minutes. So I'll give him a 7 as well. And Thomas Partey came on class as usual, as you would expect with Thomas Partey. So I'll give him a 7. I'm probably missing someone out, as you can tell. I'm a bit excited given what has gone on here today. Everything beginning to empty out now. You see everyone's heading home. Last few seconds, I've recorded a fair few little videos to sort of describe what the atmosphere has been here like today, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. But from here, from the Emirates, it's finished Arsenal 1, Manchester City 0. Have a great evening, Arsenal fans.